AFTV Mo, I can see that you're out in your garden. You probably went out there to just, walk around and just get over this, because I don't know what you thought about that. That was horrific.
Yeah, man, honestly, I don't know what to do with myself. It's especially frustrating. It's a lot of people are talking about this lockdown and how fans are viewing the games and everything like that. And, for me, being at the game is therapeutic. You get to release a lot during the actual game. Telling someone there's a man on, it's futile, I know, but you get to release a lot. But now, the way it feels in lockdown, when your team is that poor, you feel so helpless. You feel like you can't contribute even in the way that you're used to contributing. You don't even have fellow fans to kind of vent with or anything. And I'm finding it difficult. For me, I want the problem of not being able to celebrate with other people. Instead, I've got the problem of just like, I don't know what to do with myself, man. I'm so frustrated by that abject performance, no creativity. And, on surface level, you'll look at it and you'll say, yeah, all Arsenal need is maybe a couple of additions or whatever. But the problems go deeper than that. We've got Mesut Ozil, one of the playmakers of his generation in our team. We've got Martinelli, an amazing prospect, incredible prospect in our team. None of them get a look in, and we're saying we need more creativity. The problems, I don't know how deep they run at this club, but they run deep. It doesn't make sense to me.
So do you think that...
Let me just make this point. In these new rules, we've had 2 games now. We have made 10 substitutions. Yeah? Martinelli has not been a single one of them. Never mind starting.
That's a good point.
Explain that to me.
Yeah, that's a good point. 10 substitutions and he hasn't started. I mean...
Is he not... game on
and
game...
and it's a game that you need to win as well. So you're thinking to yourself, all right, he's a goal scorer. He's I think behind Aubameyang, this season he scored the most goals for Arsenal, but he can't get on the pitch.
And not only that, Robbie, he's not just a goal scorer, but he takes people on, he commits people, he causes defenders problems. He's the sort of player that when he comes on, that opposition team would have prepared for him coming on. It was like Anelka. People have to drop deeper. They have to respect what he can do in terms of taking people on and his pace. But, I love Reece Nelson. I love Nketiah and that sort of thing. I don't think they're as feared and they cause as much of a problem as Martinelli. I cannot understand why he hasn't featured once in 10 games. Has he not shown enough this season that he deserves to be, sorry, not 10 games, 10 subs. Has he not shown that he's earned the right to be one of the subs out of 10?
Listen, European football, do you look on it and say that's done now?
It's done. It's done. And,
would it be a good idea not to be in Europe next season?
No, I'm never going to say that. That's a real unambitious attitude. By this time next year, or, by a few months' time, I want Arteta to have made the signings, fixed the problems, and got us in a position where we are good enough. So I'm not going to accept that, oh, no, let's just sit out. That's not the ambition we should be having at Arsenal. But we're going to have to play with the positives now, because if we're not in there, then there's, that's one chance of a trophy gone, and the pressure now is on the league for next season. But I don't know, Robbie. In truth, what are we going to do if we can't beat Brighton away? What are we going to do in Europe anyway?
What did you make of it? Because we just had Ty on, and he was ripping into Mopé, blaming him really for what happened. But what did you make of that Mopé incident?
Innocuous. Tell me this, yeah? Would Ty be ripping into Mopé if Leno got straight back up and was absolutely fine? The challenge on its own merits wasn't a really, really bad challenge. Yeah, it was a little bit sly. We've seen a lot worse, though. My point is, football's a contact sport. You're going to make it a little bit difficult for people. And, I didn't expect Leno to be injured. When that happened, I wasn't up in arms. I was only annoyed after the event. And I think that tells you a lot about the sort of challenge that it was. The challenge itself wasn't that bad. It's obviously frustrating for us, but it's not a red card offence. It wasn't like really dangerous or anything like that. It's just very bloody frustrating. And on top of our poor form, 3 injuries now in 2 games. It's really, really annoying for us.
Football is back.
Back again, yeah?
AFTV will be bringing you comprehensive coverage of every game from now until the end of the season.
Football's #1 narcissist is back. Back again, mate.
AFTV, back again.